Hello, CAPS advisors. Again, a great semester of career fairs coming up. And thank you so much for everyone on the team that was able to be a volunteer for our fair. This video is to help support you and understand what is my role as a volunteer? What do I need to know? I'm assigned to prep steps. I'm not really sure what that means, what it's going to look like. I've never been in a virtual fair. How am I going to navigate that? So this video is going to help give you those insights and give you those details. Luckily, the system that we're using, Remo, is very user-friendly. So it's going to be something that's easy for you to use, just like Zoom is. At this point, you've watched our other video, which coached you not just on how to guide students, but on how to sign up for the fair that you're assigned to. So at this point, you've already reserved your spot. You've created a Remo account. It's the day of the fair. What do you need to do? First thing you're going to do is you're going to go to your Remo account. You're going to log in. And it's going to pull up all the fairs that you're registered for and that you're volunteering for. You're then going to pull up the fair that is the day of. And so we have it set up here as if today was the Marine Biology Environmental Science Fair. So you've already registered, and now a new widget pops up because the event has started that says join event now. So we're going to go ahead and click on that. And this is just giving you a tutorial of how the virtual fair works. So again, this virtual fair with Remo, it's going to be like an in-person fair, only virtual. There'll be employer tables with employer representatives on them, and you'll actually see little avatars with those employer information on them. Students can navigate from table to table just by double clicking and taking a seat. When they take a seat, students will then be able to engage with employers, because when they take a seat, the employers and students' cameras automatically open up and they can have a virtual video conversation, audio conversation. They can send messages through chat. So it's important that you and students are aware to be dressed professionally, because you're going to be engaging with employers in these video conversations. So you as a volunteer, you're going to be greeting students, faculty, and employers themselves. And this video is going to show you what that looks like. Then after it's shown you that tutorial, it gives you a set up your profile. The expectation is everyone puts their full name. For students, they're going to put their major here. So they're going to go ahead and put like biology student. But for you as staff, you're going to put your actual position in the department. So I'm going to go ahead and put my position right here. For company, I'm going to go ahead and put Nova Southeastern University. And then you're going to want to add a profile picture for yourself here. This is another way for employers to see you, students to see you. Even though your video is going to pop up, I'm going to show you that your avatar is going to be appearing before the video itself. So once you've done all that, you'll save your profile and join event. Now, some last minute things, you can see it's going to test your technology. Make sure your video is working, your microphone is working. Right now, it's telling me failure because I'm using my video and audio for Zoom to do this video. But here I can test my technology. There's a need help button on the left corner for further guidance if you're having any issues with your technology. But once that's all set up, you'll go ahead and click join event. And then this is what it's going to look like. The first floor of the fair is all prep steps. That's where our staff and the CAPS staff and SLICE staff, we're all going to be located. Because the way that Remo works is when students sign in or anyone signs in, they're automatically dropped on the first table on the first floor that's available. So as you can see, Naima and I logged in, and we are both on this first table together. So when you as a volunteer come in, you're going to be on different tables, and students, faculty, and employers will be dropped into your table. When someone sits on your table, just like me and Naima are, our video opens up and we're having a conversation, either one-on-one, or if someone joined the table that me and Naima are on, we'll be having a conversation with multiple individuals with video. Now, when your role as a volunteer in Prep Steps, you're going to be on a table. When someone drops into your room, first thing you're saying, welcome to the career fair. Are you a student, faculty, or an employer. If they say, I'm a student, this is your chance to guide them on what they need to do. Explain to them that this is the prep step area. This is your chance to prepare before you go to other floors. This is your chance to work on questions you want to ask employers, breaking the ice, everything like that. This is your role to guide students, coach them. You'll be having a cheat sheet of employers in attendance, where they're located on the floor, and then just giving them some helpful advice before they get started. Letting students know that once they're all set up to go to the fair, they'll see a floor plan here on the left side. And so if they know, oh, well, Baptist Hospital is on the 3rd floor, I'm going to go visit them first. They'll hit the 3rd floor. And when they go to the floor, once again, they'll be dropped on the first table available, but they can easily leave that table and go to the table they'd like. All of the tables, as you can see right now, they're named table 1, 2, 3, and 4 onwards. That's because we're still setting up the floor plan for employers. But on the day of the floor, these different floors will have tables with the employer information: Baptist Hospital, Enterprise, AutoNation, onwards. Students can then visit each table. Again, if they double click, they'll be able to take a seat in any available chair there. Once they sit down and employer is there, their video will pop up and have a video conversation with the student. Once again, other students can be joining existing conversation. Students will see if there's available chairs there. If they see a table that's full with an employer they want to speak to, just like in a real person fair, they should go to another table, meet with an employer until that table they wanted to speak to opens up so that they can attend. Now, employers, while they're having video chats, they can also send private messages to students. You can see as I hover around Naima, I can click on her name and a chat box will open up so I could send Naima a message. And this is so that employers that are meeting with students that they like what they're hearing and they want to meet privately, they can send them a message saying, I would love to meet for an interview privately. And then they can go, let's meet in table 19. Because what we've done is that every floor outside of their individual tables that have a group conversation, we have on every floor on the left-hand, right-hand side, private one-on-one tables that employers can visit. So if they send that message, Naima and myself can go to table 19, take a seat, and have a private one-on-one video conversation. So this is another option for students. But the goal that you have as a volunteer is to make them understand that all they have to do is double click to go onto other tables, making sure that they're asking the right questions, they feel confident, they know which employers are in attendance and where they're located and where they need to go next. Now, as I mentioned, you're also meeting with employers and faculty. So if someone pops in and you say, welcome to the fair, are you a student, faculty, or employer? And they say, I'm an employer. They're like, thank you so much for joining us. Which company are you with? And they say, we're with Enterprise Holdings. Perfect. You're then going to open up your cheat sheet, which we'll be providing you, and it'll say, it'll have a list of employers in alphabetical order, what floor and table they're on. So you'll look at your cheat sheet and you're like, wow, Enterprise, you're on the 4th floor, and you'll see your name right underneath the table. So you'll tell that employer on the left-hand side, click on table 4. You'll be dropped into a table that may not be yours. Don't worry, just leave that table and look for the table with your company name underneath. You just double click on that, take a seat, and then hold on tight. As students go to your table, they'll be able to engage with you in a conversation. And just like that. Now, if it was a faculty, so you're in your prep step area and someone drops in and you ask, are you a student, faculty, or employer? And they say, I'm a faculty member, saying, thank you so much for supporting this event. Just like students, you can walk around any floor and then just let them know how it works. Once again, all you have to do is navigate to the table you're interested in, double click and take a seat. If there's no chairs available, look for another employer that does have seats available. You're more than welcome to go to any of the floors. And if they have a specific interest an employer that's in attendance, just let them know where they're located using your cheat sheet. So this is just a way to be able to navigate the fairs, go through it. It's very user friendly. So there's nothing that should be confusing because all you need to do is double click, your camera pops up. If there's something the student has questions for, use your cheat sheet to navigate them at which employers will be in attendance. We're going to be providing each of our volunteers a video guide on which employers will be in attendance and what they're looking for and what the company is all about. So if you're scheduled to work for the Marine Bio and Environmental Science Fair, separate from this video, we're going to send you a full guide that shows employers in attendance and what floors they're in, and then a video guide which will explain, hey, these are all the employers in attendance. Here's a little blurb or description about each one, just in case you get questions from students. But this is where we give them guidance, we support them. But again, you're going to be guiding students, faculty, and employers, asking the questions, giving them guidance, showing them how easy of use this system is. And that's all there is. This is a great chance for you to be able to engage students, motivate them. But Naima and I are on hand to help support you if you have any questions or you run into any issues on the day of the fair. So thank you again for all your support. We're really excited about another successful semester of career fairs.